fruit trees.
An orchard is a place where people grow fruit or nut trees. For example, an apple orchard has apple trees and an almond orchard has almond trees. So an orchard is something like a garden because both orchards and gardens are places where people grow food to eat. However, there is a big difference between gardens and orchards. Most garden plants such as tomatoes, corn, and greens are planted as seeds. The plants grow, produce food, and then die some months later. But orchards are different. Once a tree is planted, it may be several years before it starts producing fruit. But then it will produce fruit every year for many years. Let's think some more about the trees in an orchard. When they are first planted, they are small and don't produce much fruit. When the farmer sees this, does he pull up the little trees because they haven't given him as much fruit as the bigger trees in any other part of his orchard? No, of course not. He knows that the little trees haven't had as much time to grow as the bigger trees have. A good farmer takes good care of all his trees as long as they are growing.
We can learn a lesson from how the farmer thinks about his different trees. Often, it's easy for us to think that the number of good things we do is most important to God. But that's not true. What God values is how we do our work, not how much we work. That's what Jesus explained by telling the story of the workers in the vineyard. The farmers paid all the workers the same amount, even though some had worked all day and some had worked for just 1 hour. The important thing was that they had all come and worked in the vineyard when they called. Let's remember that it's never wise to compare ourselves with others. What matters is what we cheerfully say. Yes, I'll be glad to. Whenever God asks us to do something.
The Bible says, "And whatever you do, do it heartily, as to the Lord and not to men, knowing that from the Lord you will receive the reward of the inheritance, for you serve the Lord your Christ." Colossians 3:23-24.
We should work for God willingly and cheerfully.